Welcome back. Kitui Governor Charity Ngilu's lawyers were this morning barred from accessing the assembly. They sought to represent the governor, who is facing impeachment motion from a section of the county MCAs. The MCAs have vowed to impeach Governor Charity Ngilu, even as the court stopped the ouster last week. Ngilu moved to court on June 24th to stop the assembly from debating the impeachment motion, which was set to take place this morning. The motion was filed last week by the Assembly Majority Leader and Athi Ward Representative Peter Kilonzo. The MCA is accusing Ngilu, a first-time governor, of violating the Constitution, the County Government Act, conflict of interest and abuse of office. Well, let's stay with this story and listen to what the governor's lawyers had to say.
Tuongee nao jamaa kidogo, tena waambie kwamba wameenda tena.
Anybody, go in before we go in. You invited us. Can you ask the speaker to give us a letter of cancellation? This is a public office. These are public grounds. If it was parliament, we would say, "Si, mamaka and mamaka." What is it? I mean, no one gets in before we go in because we are invited. Unless you give us a letter of cancellation. Or you want to say the governor didn't attend? You know, we don't leave this place. This is not, this is funded by the public. I mean, you invite the governor here, you do not want his lawyers to appear. There is no letter of cancellation, and you now say that people cannot come in. I mean, this is not how. This is not what we asked for. So if there is anybody coming behind me, they have to wait until I go in.
A team of us representing the Honorable Governor appeared before the County Assembly at 9:30 on her behalf to answer to the summons that she had been given about today's motion. Obviously, the summons stand what they are, so we were responding to the summons. Of course, the County Assembly had also been served with the court orders stopping the tabling and the debate of the motion. But as we got to the gate, we were unable to get in. They stopped us from getting in, and we needed some more information from the County Assembly clerk. They wouldn't give us an opportunity to access the office. But when they opened the gate and we marched in, they pounced on us, pushing us, assaulting us, and one of my colleagues, Lawyer Kimuli, was extensively manhandled, and we have taken him to seek medical advice so that we can see the extent to which he may have been injured. But this is, of course, an unbecoming act on the part of the county assembly. Much as they have been served, they did not have any basis to bar lawyers who are representing the Honorable Governor from accessing the offices. These are public offices.
Let's bring in lawyer Duncan Okach, joining us now by way of phone. Duncan, many thanks for staying on with us. Let's begin with the wars facing Governor Charity Ngilu there in Kitui. The MCA is accusing her of violating the Constitution, the County Government Act, as well as conflict of interest and abuse of office. Your thoughts about these latest developments?
Thank you so much. From a point of departure, the MCAs and the County Assembly have a right in law to actually the oversight against the actions of the governor and her administration. But having said so, all this must be done within the precincts of the law, such that the powers they have are drawn from the Constitution and the relevant acts. At the same time, the issues that they are actually alleging against the governor are actually based on the expectation based on the law. To that extent, when a court of law has actually barred that particular process, it is expected that these members of the County Assembly will respect that. But even if they decide they do not want to respect that, because that's an issue that our law society is actually dealing with, many other entities are not respecting orders of the court, what they have done today then goes into the limbs of history as anarchy being perpetrated by honorable members of the County Assembly. So those are criminal acts that, as I know, as lawyers, we will push for action to be taken. It is actually a very bad example because lawyers are constitutionally mandated to represent their clients, both in court and in such judicial forums. So that by barring that by itself, that alone already shows that the picture that is being created is that these actions are not fair. There is something behind it. And then the question that then comes is, are the efforts by these county assemblies, are they genuine in real sense, or is there something that we are not being told about?
Right. Lawyers representing Governor Ngilu there say the movers of the motion were driven by malice and did not adhere to legal provisions in crafting the impeachment motion. Take us through this legal process that is set to be followed.
Indeed, once there are such allegations, they are supposed to formally notify the governor. They are supposed to also do it through of the County Assembly, so that there is a notice, and the governor is supposed to be given a day to be heard by this particular county representative, and only after that can they formally now make a decision that we can now subject it to a vote. But what is happening today, even before that, there is a court order. Mm-hmm. That should have been the first step, because there are reasons which have been indicated in terms of the application in court, which I'm not privy to, that maybe if it is based on malice, the court itself has mandate to intervene at that particular point.
Duncan, let's pause it there, Duncan. We'll continue this conversation later on. For now, however, we have come to an end of the bulletin for viewers watching us on our KTN Home channel. Many thanks for watching. My name is Michelle.